Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the NWP call this evening. My name is Rich Simmonds, and with us this evening as well is another founder partner, Engelbert, and we welcome you on the call. Just before I go any further, I just want to let you know that NWP doesn't offer any financial advice, and whatever I say this evening is all based on my personal experience. And please, it's important that you understand how your money is being used. And remember that past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Now, my goal is very simple, and that's to help you achieve a weekly earnings, and that's a consistent weekly earnings as far as possible. So let's have a look at what NWP's purpose is and what they offer you. They offer you a sustainable ecosystem for you and your future generations. This is a business that's designed for the long term. So a lot of the things that you might see are a little bit different from what you've maybe experienced from other businesses in the past. And NWP rewrites the rules and changes things. And the most important thing is to keep you safe and your money safe. So how do they do that, and what makes it different? Well, firstly, with NWP, you're not a member, you're a partner. And there's two ways of becoming a partner. The first one is a partner with a portfolio. You might say that's like having a savings account and you've decided to save your money with NWP. And the other side of it is a partner where you can partake in the affiliate plan and perhaps earn yourself a little bit of additional income on a weekly basis. So those are the two ways of being a partner. NWP's objective is really to make sure that you earn consistent weekly profits. And they are registered in Turkey, and their offices are in the Trump Towers in Istanbul. Now, how are these profits that we're talking about generated? Well, you don't need any experience yourself with trading because all the trading is done for you by the expert traders. And typically, they will utilize about 20% of your capital on a weekly basis. They'll trade in the Forex and commodities markets, the commodities being gold, silver, and oil. So those are the way they make the profits on a weekly basis. But what makes NWP different is the real thing that I would like to discuss with you this evening. Firstly, if you look at any company, a typical type of investment company, or even a bank for that matter, if you wanted to save or make some money from your money, you would typically have to lock that money away for a fair amount of time. Anything from 1 to 5 years. With NWP, that's a completely different situation. When you deposit your money with NWP, your capital is always available to you, and it's a weekly cycle. So you decide on a weekly basis if you want to keep your capital with NWP or you want to take it out. You don't wait for a year or longer. It's simply a week. You see the results. If you're happy with the results, you keep your deposit there and it'll carry on trading. If you're not happy, you simply withdraw your money and off you go. That's the first thing that makes NWP different, is you've always have your access to your capital and it's never locked away. Secondly, your profits are always separated. Now, this is very different from many other systems because in most cases, your profits and your capital kind of remain in the same ecosystem. With NWP, at the end of the week, capital and profits are separated. The capital will stay with the brokers. The profits are always sent to a third-party payment gateway, and you then decide what you want to do with your profits. Now, because of that first fact that your capital is always available to you, and secondly, that the profits are always separated on a weekly basis, this keeps everyone in the system, and especially the traders and the brokers, exceptionally accountable. So on a weekly basis, they have to make sure that they only use a small portion of your capital because you might want that back on the weekend. So they can't commit to long trades. They can't commit to a high risk because they have to keep everything in check. Then they also have to ensure that those profits are sent to the payment gateway on a weekly basis. So this is a weekly system that everyone in the NWP system experiences. It's the same for everyone, and it makes sure that there's accountability. Effectively, you, by making your profit and withdrawing it on a weekly basis, you are auditing the system together with the other 14,000 or more members that are now part of NWP. So this makes things completely different from many other systems out there. So those are the three things that I want you to keep in mind as we go forward. If we look at these actual profits on a weekly basis, what you will see in your back office is the following report. And that's the one that's outlined in green there, and that's the gross profit. In your back office, you will see the gross profit every week, and this was the week 69 results, and those were the profits that were made by the traders. Now, those profits that you see are the gross profit, meaning it's the complete profit made by the traders, and this is then split 50% to the person that has their deposit in their system. So you will earn those profits according to your deposit in the different foundation, growth, and elite portfolios, as well as the boosters. I'll discuss that in a moment. But those are the profits that you would have received on your weekly basis. You receive these profits and you withdraw them. The other 50% of the profit split goes to what we call the business volume. This is what sustains the business as well as the affiliate plan. These are the different portfolio tiers that are available. You can start on the foundation portfolio. That's where you can open a portfolio with as little as $10, and there the monthly target is 5%. This, you don't wait a month for your profits. You'll get paid those profits on a weekly basis. The cumulative total that the traders are looking for on a monthly basis for you is between 5 to 10%. But those profits are paid to you on a weekly basis. Then moving up to the growth portfolios, this is where you've got more than 10,000 deposited. The target there on a monthly basis is more than 8%. Again, you are paid these on a weekly basis, and the traders are looking for between 8 to 12% monthly. Then there's the elite portfolios, the premium side of things, 50,000 or more deposited, and the monthly target there is more than 10%. So all of these profits, you receive them on a weekly basis, and you decide what you want to do with your profits. When you're ready to start, you can use the following cryptocurrencies. That's USDT, BNB, or USDC on either the Ethereum, BEP20, or Polygon networks. Any money deposited before Monday night UK time, midnight, it will still receive profits on Saturday. So if you got your money in yesterday, you're going to receive profits this coming Saturday. If you only got your money in today or sometime this week, you will receive your profits next Saturday. Withdrawal, yeah, this is the only time fees are charged by the NWP system, and that's on the withdrawal of your profits. When you withdrawing in Polygon, the minimum there is $5, and when you withdrawing in BEP20 USDT, the minimum withdrawal there is $10. There's always a 5% fee charged on profits. It doesn't matter, whatever you're drawing, 5%. So let's just give you an example. If you were drawing $10, 5% of $10 is 50 cents. Therefore, you'll receive $9.50 in your wallet. Any capital withdrawals, capital can be withdrawn on either a Saturday or a Sunday. The first time you withdraw capital, it's 100% free. And after that, any capital withdrawal, they'll charge you a 2% fee on whatever capital you are withdrawing. Now let's just have a look at the weekly cycle. As I mentioned, everything here is a weekly cycle. You would start off, you would put your money into a portfolio, and that would go into those various portfolios according to the amount of deposit you've made. Trading then takes place from Monday to Friday. This is the profit generation by the traders. At the end of the Friday, profits are then separated and they're sent to a payment gateway. Now, regardless of how much profit you've made, whether you've made 50 cents or $5,000, doesn't matter. All of those profits are then sent to the payment gateway and they're available for you to do automatic withdrawal. Remember, you need a minimum of $5 to make the withdrawal. So even if you haven't made $5 for the week, those profits are still sent to the payment gateway. It's just the way the system works. As long as you've got the $5, that goes instantly to your crypto wallet. Here we suggest you use a transfer wallet so that you can decide then what you want to do, whether you want to actually send that back to your bank. There you'd probably send it to your exchange before you send it to your bank, or you want to send it to your crypto card, or perhaps you even just want to put it back into the NWP system so that it can continuously grow for you. But that's all a manual process. You would then need to decide on a weekly basis what you'd want to do. There's no automatic compounding in the system, so it's simply a case of you would withdraw your profits. That's a manual process. It goes into your own physical crypto wallet. From there, you would then decide where you wanted to send it. If you did want to put it back into the system, it would be a manual deposit into the NWP system, into what they call your check-in wallet. From your check-in wallet, you would open a portfolio. And once you have a portfolio, profits will then continuously be generated on a weekly basis. The whole approach is a savings approach with NWP. Let's just have a look at a simple thing like putting away $12 for 60 months. Every month you put in $12. And this is not you can decide, you can put in $10 and leave it there, and you never have to put money in again. This is just giving you a bit of a sort of a structured approach to your savings and giving you an idea of sort of the expectation from the consistency that we are seeing. $12 for 60 months means you've actually put in $720 of your own capital with growth and compounding. Now, this is not automatic. You'd have to then withdraw those profits and put them back on a weekly basis. After 5 years, 60 months, you would have more than 5,000 in the system. That's worked on the minimum of 5% monthly. And then if you continue for another 14 months, just adding $12, at the end of that's 6 years and 2 months, for the extra 14 months onto the 60, that means that you would have 10,000 in the system. That just gives you an idea of the power of NWP and the savings approach. Now, to help you get started on an idea, and you might have wondered why I use the $12 as an example, well, we have what they call the crocodile. This is where you can actually experience the power of $12. This is phase 1. It ends in 5 days' time. Then we'll be into phase 2. So what does the company offer you in phase 1? Well, you deposit $12. The company adds $28 to that, giving you $40 power base to earn on. So in other words, instead of only earning on $12 on a weekly basis, you will now be earning on $40 on a weekly basis. So what this has actually done is it's increased your earning potential by 3.5 times. So in other words, if you were waiting to see what happened after so many months, instead of your $12 after 5 years, you would now get that same effect after 17 months. That's what it helps you here to experience the system, and that's why it's here. But you've only got until Sunday to take this first phase 1 option. Phase 2, what NWP adds drops to $18. So try getting on phase 1 if you can. Right, so just remember about the crocodile. It's only one crocodile per person. If you have had a previous booster, you won't be able to take the crocodile. And the crocodile ends when you've got $40 in total profits from the crocodile. Now, what you can also do is obviously add money into other portfolios, however much you want. and it has nothing to do with that $40 that you'll be earning from the crocodile. It's completely separate. So any money that you add in would go into a normal portfolio and earn, and that wouldn't stop. It's only the crocodile that stops once you've earned $40. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit more about the philosophy of savings and also how the crocodile could assist you in getting started. If you do need support, it's available. The girls are based in Canada. It's through WhatsApp, and that's the chat support. Email support is also there. It's a little bit slower, so I would suggest WhatsApp chat if you have WhatsApp. That's definitely the easiest way to get hold of them. NWP's website is nwprofits.com. Many people ask, what does NW stand for? And it's network. So it's Network Profits. That's the name of the company. To help you get started, our team has put together this little link tree. It's got things like the videos that explain what I've just explained to you now, maybe in a little bit more depth and detail. And then there's PDFs that you can download and read through. There's a how to start booklet, some guide to crypto, and a few other things that you can have a look at. This is available on the groups, but if you're not sure where to get the link to the link tree, please just ask the person that invited you. Right, let's move on to the affiliate plan. This is where you build yourself a community, and effectively by building a community, you're building yourself a consistent weekly income. Now, this is where your network truly becomes your net worth. Now, you'll also notice here that no personal portfolio is needed. So you don't have to have one of those deposits. You don't even have to have a crocodile to earn from the affiliate plan. If you are down and out and struggling and you don't know how to make some money, NWP gives you the perfect opportunity. You can introduce some people and you will start earning these weekly bonuses that we're going to discuss now. So again, these weekly bonuses come from that 50% split. Remember, the first 50% goes to the partners with portfolios, and the other 50% goes to the company side of things and sustaining the affiliate plan. Remember that with NWP, and this is what makes it very different from other companies, you are earning on profits, you're not earning on deposits. And that's what also minimizes a lot of the risk, because in many jurisdictions, wherever you are earning on someone else's deposit and not on profit, that is what's termed a Ponzi scheme. So this makes the NWP system completely 100% sustainable, because you'll never earn on other people's deposits or from their money, only from profits generated, real profits in the system on a weekly basis. So there's three different ways of earning from this affiliate plan. It's the direct bonus, there's binary income, and there's a matching bonus. These are all paid to you weekly, and the first one is the direct bonus. What happens here, once you introduce someone to the system, you will earn 15% of whatever profit they made on a weekly basis. This isn't coming from their profits, it's coming from that 50%, the business side of things. So you'll also notice that there is two referral links in your back office, one on the left and one on the right. That's because it is a binary system, and we'll discuss that in a moment. Just to let you know, that's how the profit's generated again. Your person, he earns his profit from that side of the 50%, and any bonuses paid to you come in on your side or the business side 50%. So that's the direct bonus, 15% of whatever your referral makes on a weekly basis. As long as your referral keeps a deposit in the system and he's making profits, you will earn forever on that person and whoever else you introduce into the system. So that's the first bonus that you can earn on a weekly basis. Just as an example there, if your referral was earning $100, you'd earn 15%, which is $15 on a weekly basis. Remember, it fluctuates. It's not a fixed percentage. It's a fixed percentage for you, but the profits will differ according to the trades on a weekly basis. Let's have a look at the binary income. What happens here is the system simply looks, do you have volume in your left business and on your right business? And therefore, you will earn 15% of the matched business volume. Now, the matched business volume sounds like a bit of a complicated term. It's effectively you will earn 15% on your lesser volume, the business volume generated from your smaller team on a weekly basis. There's a reason why it's called matched, is because there's a carry forward in case you have a flip-flop effect. And remember, spillover volume also counts. So if we have to look at an example here, this is Max. He's introduced Joe, but he actually didn't introduce Erica. So you probably wonder, I guess, where did Erica come from? Well, effectively, Erica probably came from someone, or could be the same person that introduced Max. It's someone in the team above Max who introduced Erica. And because you can only put people either on your left or right side, they would have put people in on the right, and you come in sort of chronological order. So Erica probably joined after Max, or had to have joined after Max to be in that position, and she came in underneath him, and that now is part of Max's business in terms of the binary income. So Max will be earning, in this case, because Joe's volume is less than Erica, Max will be earning on the business volume generated from Joe, or it could be Joe's team, who's ever underneath him. This is effectively what a team structure could look like. The system is not necessarily looking for a team, it's just looking, is there volume on the left and is there volume on the right? So in this case, the pink person didn't introduce anyone on the right because they're similar to Erica, and it could be on your left or the right, so don't worry about which side. The system's simply looking at which is their business volume on both sides, or is there deposits on both sides, which will then contribute to that business volume on a weekly basis. So in this case, the person introduced the red person, that person then introduced some other people, and that's contributed to this person's volume. So they've got volume on both sides, and they're binary qualified. Therefore, they're going to earn the binary income of 15% of whatever the business volume is, and whichever leg is the smallest, that will be the 15% that they earn from. Right, the last bonus of the bonuses that you earn on a weekly basis is the matching bonus. And the simple way to understand the matching bonus is you've got these referrals that you've brought in. As soon as that referral that you've introduced starts earning a binary themselves, you're going to earn 5% of whatever they earned from the binary. That's the matching bonus. Then you will earn on that referral's referral, that's your level 2, you earn 5% on them. And then the referrals of the referrals, those referrals on the third level, and this could, you can have as many referrals as you want, you're going to earn 5% on all those levels, 5% on each of those levels. So those are the three business volume or business bonuses, you could say, that are paid on a weekly basis. And that is my presentation. That was the Partners with Portfolios presentation, as well as the affiliate plan. I'm here to help you get started and answer your questions. So please, I'm going to stop the presentation now and switch on my video again so that we can take your questions. Thank you very much. Shy and you don't want your voice to be heard, you're welcome to type your message or your question in the chat, and we'll answer that as well. Otherwise, if you do have a question, unmute yourself or raise your hand and we'll get to you and answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rich.
Oh, thank you, Engelbert. Nice to have you with us as always. Chris, you have a question. Right, so let me read Chris's question. Is it correct to say that a person will earn from their own recruits the following: a 15% direct commission based on their profits? Yes. And then a plus 5% matching commission based on the members' matrix plan when they qualify. It's not if you look at the matrix plan, so your first question, yes, you will earn a 15% of whatever bonus or profit that person earns on a weekly basis. And then you will earn a 5% matching when your person's binary qualified. But you will also earn because of your people. So in other words, you might find yourself in a leg, and you'll notice that if you look at your back office, you'll notice that there's a deposit left and a deposit right. If you've, for instance, seen a deposit on your left, but you're not seeing any deposit on your right, that means you've already got spillover. And to get the binary bonus, you would then need to introduce people onto the right-hand side, because what you actually seen is that your left side has got volume because of spillover, not from your referrals, but from spillover. That's from people above you in the team introducing other people, and that'll come in underneath you because they joined after you. Now, that's on that leg. Now, to earn the binary, which is the next bonus you can earn, would be for you to introduce someone onto, in this case, you would put them in on your right leg because that's where you required volume. As soon as you've introduced that person, you're obviously going to earn 15% based on the volume, the profits that they made on a weekly basis. But because that person's also now created a right leg for you, now you've got a left leg and a right leg with volume, you'll find that you're going to earn the binary. And as soon as that person has created a binary or people underneath them, and they've got volume left and right, that's when you will start earning the matching bonus. So I hope that explains or helps you understand the three different bonuses that are available.
Thank you, Rich. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Okay, I don't think there's any questions, but I will post this recording a little bit later as soon as I've edited it and put it onto YouTube. Then I will put the links on the group, and you can watch the video at your leisure. So thank you very much. We do have these presentations every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you need to join one or you've got people that you'd like to bring along to the next one, you're more than welcome to join us. Thank you very much. Do have a good evening further, and good night. Thank you.